How did she become a child if she's not married?
I do not know. But I will find out.
You must. Otherwise, how can we make sure it never happens to us? We have accomplishments to acquire.
Bridgerton is shaking things up for Season 4 with new cast members. In September 2024, Netflix announced 3 new actors joining the show, including Harry Potter alum Katie Leung, who will play Lady Araminta Gunn. Also joining the cast is Isabella Wei as Posey Lee, the younger daughter of Lady Gunn. And of course, there are some last-minute story changes. We're not spilling the beans at the start, so you'll have to stick around to the end to find out what we're talking about. Just like every other YouTube channel, we're keeping you in suspense. Alright, let's dive in. While the first 3 seasons of Bridgerton generally stick to the formula of introducing a new lead romance each time, Benedict Bridgerton, played by Luke Thompson, brings a few fresh elements that will make Season 4 stand out. Adapted from Julia Quinn's Bridgerton novels, the show follows the Bridgerton siblings' quest for love, and Bridgerton has only grown more popular with each season. Although Benedict's story follows Anthony's in the novels, the series decided to shift focus to Colin for Season 3 instead. Now, with the news that Season 4 will spotlight Benedict, fans can expect some key differences in his story. While the exact plot details are still unknown, it's likely that the season will follow the events of Quinn's An Offer from a Gentleman. This suggests we'll see Benedict's journey unfold in a way that sets it apart from the previous seasons. In Quinn's books, Daphne, Anthony, and Colin all become parents, but the series hasn't really delved much into their parenting role so far. Since Rege-Jean left Bridgerton after Season 1, there hasn't been much focus on Simon and Daphne's adventures as parents in Season 2. In Season 3, Kate only gets pregnant halfway through, so Anthony and Kate haven't had the chance to be shown as doting parents either. However, the end of Season 3 reveals that Penelope and Colin have a son. Given that they're set to return for Season 4 and might even take on a bigger storyline than Kate and Anthony, this provides the perfect opportunity for the series to explore a story arc that's been somewhat overlooked in past seasons. While the heart of Bridgerton has always been about the main couple's romance for each season, it's also important to show how they've evolved post-season with new trials and responsibilities. Benedict's storyline, which is closely inspired by Cinderella, offers a unique twist to the series. His and Sophie's, played by Yaren Ha's, story mirrors classic fairy tale elements. They meet at a ball, share an enchanting dance, and she leaves behind a memento to be found. The role of Mrs. Gibbons, the head housekeeper who acts as Sophie's fairy godmother, ties the story even closer to the Cinderella theme. Benedict's fairy tale-inspired romance will bring a fresh, especially romantic feel to Season 4. While the show has featured classic romance tropes, like Anthony and Kate's enemies-to-lovers dynamic and Colin and Penelope's friends-to-lovers story, incorporating the Cinderella theme adds another layer of charm and magic to the series. In the 3 previous seasons of Bridgerton, the Bridgerton siblings meet their future spouses, fall in love, and get married during the same social season. Benedict's story takes a slightly different approach. This installment in the Bridgerton book series sees Benedict meeting Sophie, whom he initially knows as the Lady in Silver, at his mother's 1815 masquerade ball. After Sophie leaves the ball, Benedict tries to find her, but to no avail. They reunite 2 years later when he saves her from Philip Cavender and his friend's unwanted attention, although he doesn't recognize her immediately. The time jump in Season 4 is crucial for Benedict's character arc. In Season 3, Benedict has an affair with Lady Tilly and shares a threesome with her and her friend Paul. However, he decides to end the relationship when Tilly wants them to be monogamous. The time jump in Season 4 will give Benedict space to continue exploring his sexuality. If he were to immediately fall for Sophie, it would undermine his growth from Season 3 and potentially stunt his development, making him an unsuitable partner. This break will allow Benedict to better understand himself before committing to a relationship with Sophie, which aligns better with his journey of self-discovery. As one of Violet Bridgerton's closest friends, Lady Danbury plays a significant role in helping the Bridgerton children find their perfect matches. In the first season, she serves as the formidable matchmaker for Simon and Daphne, and she takes on the same role for Anthony and Colin in their respective seasons. However, Her involvement in Benedict and Sophie's romance seems less clear in the upcoming season, since she barely appears in An Offer from a Gentleman. Benedict and Lady Danbury don't have a close relationship, so she might take more of a spectator role in their story. This could actually work out well for Lady Danbury. The fourth season could shift the focus to other aspects of her life that don't revolve around matchmaking or meddling. Maybe she could even get a love story of her own. Alternatively, the show could have her step into the role of Sophie's fairy godmother, taking over from Mrs. Gibbons, since she has already played a similar role for the other Bridgerton children. This would provide a fresh angle for her character and add more depth to her storyline. Moreover, unlike other series that leave fans hanging for months, wondering about their favorite show's future, Netflix was quick to make the decision to renew Bridgerton. Following the success of Season 2, the streamer preemptively renewed Bridgerton for Seasons 3 and 4 simultaneously. Although the future beyond Season 4 is still uncertain, it seems likely that more Regency-era romance will be in the works. Season 3 Part 1 premiered on May 16, 2024, with Part 2 following on June 13th. Despite the buzz still surrounding the third season, Season 4 has already captured attention with the announcement that Benedict will be the focus of the next story. This likely means adapting Quinn's An Offer from a Gentleman, the third book in the publication order. To mark the start of filming in September 2024, Netflix shared a photo of Ha and Benedict star Luke Thompson together for the first time. Filming for the new season began in September 2024, suggesting that the release won't be until late 2025 or 2026, with some speculation that the show may aim for a winter or spring release, similar to past seasons that have premiered in December, March, and May. Showrunner Jess Brownell explained in June that there's a lengthy process between filming and release, including editing, dubbing into multiple languages, and extensive writing that takes about 8 months to film and then several more months for post-production. So we're looking at a 2-year cycle, though they're working to speed things up a bit. That being said, one thing that seems almost certain to happen is Violet Bridgerton will finally get her own romance. Violet has expressed a desire to find love again while her children pursue their own relationships. Violet and Viscount Edmund Bridgerton's relationship was the ideal example of true love for her children and other characters in the series. Tragically, Edmund passed away when Violet was pregnant with their youngest child. Although Violet remained lonely after his death, she never tried to replace him or find a new love. Several years after losing her husband, Violet hinted to Lady Danbury that she might be open to companionship again. This admission sets up a potential romance with Lady Danbury's brother, Lord Marcus Anderson, in Season 3. Violet has always put her children's needs first, so a storyline where she pursues a romance with Lord Anderson in the upcoming season could be a strong and meaningful development. Violet is undoubtedly one of the standout characters in Bridgerton, and it's about time the show gives her the love story she deserves after all these years without a partner. And that's all we know about the upcoming season. Thanks so much for watching, and rest assured if anything new comes out, we'll keep you updated. Till then, can you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let us know your thoughts in the comments? We appreciate your support more than you know, and we'll see you in the next one.